We will be seeing some numericals on moving charges from previous year question papers from JEE. The first question: a neutron, a proton and a electron and an alpha particle enter a region of constant magnetic field with equal velocities. The magnetic field is along the inward normal to the plane of the paper. The tracks of the particles are labeled in the figure. The electron follows the track and the alpha particle follows the track. This has appeared in 84. Now basically a magnetic field is given and this is the movement of the particles. 4 paths are shown and an electron, neutron, proton and an alpha particle is given. Now we have to identify the path belongs to which particle. Okay, so basically if you take the masses and charges, proton, the mass of proton is 1 AMU, atomic mass unit, and the charge is +1. Electron, the charge is -1. Okay, neutron and proton almost have the same mass, but in case of neutron there is no charge. It is neutral. It is neither positive nor negative. Alpha has 4 times the mass and its charge also is +2. Basically alpha means 2He4. Okay, it means the 2 protons and 2 neutrons. Okay, so 2 protons plus 2 neutrons becomes 4, and because neutron has no charge, what is this 4? This is 2 proton plus 2 neutron. This has got no charge, so it has got a charge of +2 units, but mass 2 plus 2 4. Okay, so this is the situation. Now when you have this kind of a scenario, so you need to understand it this way, that these particles are entering into the magnetic field, and if you want to know the direction of the particle, which rule we will use? We will use the right hand thumb rule, let us see. So when I am using right hand thumb rule, so if I put it like this is what I have drawn in this diagram. So this is my index finger. Okay, this is the index finger, middle finger, and this is the thumb. The thumb indicates the motion of the charged particles. Index is indicating the magnetic field. Then towards right is indicated by the current direction. See, current direction, if the current direction is this direction, electron direction will be the opposite direction. Okay, so that means as per the figure, the electron will be moving towards the right. So this path, what is been shown, D belongs to the electron, and all the positive particles, they will be moving towards the left. If you see in the center there is a particle moving, it is neither moving towards the left nor the right. That means it is going undeviated. It is happening because it has got no charge. Possibly it is the neutron. So D is electron and C is having no charge. That path belongs to neutron. A and B belong to the positive charges, but here we have to identify a proton is given and a alpha particle is given. If you see, they both are moving in a different radius. Radius R is equal to mv by qt. Okay, so here velocity and b is constant, so R is dependent upon m by q. So if you take the alpha particle, the mass is 4 units and this charge is 2 units. Okay, so it is something like 4 by 2, it is 2. If you take the proton, the mass also is 1 unit and the charge also is 1 unit, so you get 1. So you can see that R alpha is almost 2 times Rp, 2 Rp. So R alpha is big compared with the proton. So when this particle is entering like this, it will try to complete a circle, right? Try to complete a circle. Which has got a bigger radius? The B has got a bigger radius. That means B belongs to the alpha and A belongs to the proton. So A belongs to the proton, B belongs to alpha, C belongs to neutron, and D belongs to electron. Okay? Let's move to the next one. A wire of L meter carrying a current I ampere is bent in the form of a circle. The magnitude of its magnetic moment is in amperes units. It has come in 87. So in this, they have given a wire of length L and it is been bent in the form of a circle. Obviously it will have some radius. So this total length and this length will remain same only. So L is equal to 2 pi r is equal to L by 2 pi. So we have to find magnetic moment. Whenever you have to find this magnetic moment, you have to take the current in the loop multiplied by the area. Because this current carrying loop will behave like a magnet, it will have its own polarity, north and south polarity. It will have its own magnetic moment also. So I into area of the loop, which is a circle, so pi r square. I into pi, r we have found out here. Substitute here, you get L square by 4 pi square. So pi gone, m is equal to I L square by 4 pi. This is the answer to this test. Whenever you are asked magnetic moment, identify the I, multiply with the area. One more we will see. Right. In a hydrogen atom, the electron moves in an orbit of radius 0.5 angstrom, making 10 power 16 rotations per second. What is this? Frequency. Angular frequency is given. The magnetic moment associated with the orbital motion of the electron is. So there is an electron which is rotating in the form of a circle. And when an electron is there, it is rotating in the form of a circle. Okay. So what is the charge of electron? Electron has got a negative charge and its charge is 1.602 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb. Radius is 0.5 angstrom. Angstrom means 10 power minus 10 meters. And frequency is given as 10 power 16 RPS, rotations per second. So if you want to find the current is always charge by time. And we know that 1 by time is equal to frequency, because frequency is given in the question. We have converted into that. So Q times nu, it is E nu. So you got the E value is this 1.602 to 10 power minus 19, and this is the frequency value. When you multiply, you get 1.602 into 10 power minus 3 and amperes. Sorry. Okay. Now you have found the current. You have to multiply with the area, then you will get the magnetic moment. So magnetic moment is equal to current is this value and area. Which area we have to put? We have to put the area of this loop only, like in the previous question. So pi r square. R value it is given as this much. So put it over here and you finally get m is equal to 1.257 into 10 power minus 23 ampere meter square. Okay, let's move to the next one. A wire PQRST formed by joining two semicircular wires of radii R1 and R2 carries a current I as shown in the figure. This is the figure. The magnitude of the magnetic induction at the center. So this type of question often come in the exams. So when you see here, we have calculated the magnetic induction due to a circular loop of wire. Okay, current carrying wire. Now here you see a semicircular wire is given. So this is one. This semicircle radius is R1. This semicircle radius is R2. R2 is greater than R1, and the current direction also is shown. Okay, PQ, QR, RS, and then back to SP. Okay, for circle the B formula is mu naught I by 2R. It is for the circle. So for the semicircle, you have to multiply this with half. It will be half the value, right? So for semicircle, B is equal to mu naught I by 4R. In this type of question, you just identify the elements, you have this PS element QR, right, RS, and then PQ. See, when you take PQ and SR, it is passing through the center, the point where you are trying to find out the B. They will have no contribution. The contribution will be only because of QR and PS. Okay, that's why I put the ticks. So let us find the values B1. Okay, so B1 will be mu naught I by 4R1. We have calculated for QR now. Okay, this is for PS, mu naught I by 4R2. Obviously R2 is a bigger value, so B2 will be less value. R2 is a denominator, B2 will be less when compared to R1. So if you see the directions B1, you can use the right hand thumb rule. The current is in this direction, so curl your fingers like that. See the thumb, it is pointing towards you, that's why a dot has been put. Obviously here the current direction is reverse, it will be a cross. So if you want to find out the net magnetic field value, you have to take B1 minus B2, which is mu naught by 4 pi into I by R1 minus mu naught by 4 pi into I by R2. Take out the common things, mu naught by 4 pi into I into 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2, or take LCM, R1 R2 is LCM, R2 minus R1 into mu naught I by 4 pi. This is the value of B. And what will be the direction? This value we have decided that it is more, so the net direction will be this. Okay, so if they say that the magnitude of the magnetic induction at center is, this is the magnitude. They have not asked the direction, but if they have asked the direction, it is pointing towards you. And this is also called out of page. Okay, this is out of page and this is into page. Sometimes this type of terminology also is used. Let's move to the next one. A wire ABCDEF with each side L bent as shown in the figure and carrying a current I is placed in uniform magnetic induction B parallel to the positive Y direction. The force experienced by the wire is so much in the so direction. This is 1990 given. So a diagram has been given. Always carefully see the diagram. See, this is here Y and this is X and this is Z. Okay, so don't follow your assumptions, follow what is given in the question. So here you have taken a wire and it has been bent in the form of loops. Okay, how many elements are there? EF, ED, DC, BC and DE. All the elements I have written. Now when you have a current carrying wire, obviously it will experience a magnetic force. This we have seen earlier. F is equal to I into L cross B. Whenever there is a cross product involved, I told that you have to consider the directions of L and B. If L and B are in the same direction or in the opposite direction, the contribution of force will be null. There will be no force because it will expand to LB sin theta. Sin theta for the values 0 and 180, the force is 0. So here if you see, I have written all the elements. You see EF and BA will have no contribution. That's why I put a cross. AB no contribution and EF also no contribution. If at all any contribution is there, that is because of ED, DC and BE and BC, sorry. But if you observe, all the wires have got the same length, right? All the wires have got the same length, and this magnetic field in which direction here? It is in the positive Y direction. That means it is towards the right. So when you calculate the magnetic force on CB and ED, you see the direction of current, they are mutually opposite. So first of all you get the magnitude same only, because when you put ILB, B is same, I is same and L is same. So the force will be equal. But what happens is, one, the force will be in this direction and another, the force will be in this direction. So they will mutually cancel out. So net force because of BC and DE will be equal to 0. Only CD will be doing some contribution in this particular case. So let us find out the force on CD. Rest all having no contribution. BC and ED had contribution, but they have cancelled each other. So force on CD will be its I. All wires are carrying a current of I intensity. Okay, I magnitude. So I into L cross B. So L, what is this L? DC length. It is in which direction? It is in the X direction. So L I cap. Okay, multiplied by cross B. B is in this direction, Y direction. So it is in the B cross B J cap. So LB is constant. So bring it out. It will be ILB I cross J. What is I cross J? It is K cap. This here, this ILB is the magnitude part and K cap is the direction part. So K is in the Z direction. So here it will be in the positive Z direction. It will be in the upward direction. Okay. So first of all, this will be in the Z direction. And the what is the force experience means we need to write this value ILB. Right. So let's move to the next one. A metallic block carrying current I is subjected to a uniform magnetic induction B as shown in the figure. The moving charges experience a force F given by dash, which results in the lowering of the potential of the phase dash. Assume the speed of the carrier to be V. So they have given a diagram. Basically what they have done is there is a strong magnetic field in the Y direction and they have placed a block. Okay, this is the block. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H is the block. You can call it as a cuboid. Now the current direction is shown in the diagram. The current direction is this, means the electron direction will be in the opposite direction. Now they are saying that we need to first find the force. The moving charges experience a force. So we need to find out the force direction. So for a moving charge, what is the force formula we have? We know F is equal to Q into V cross B. Okay. So V is the velocity, V is the magnetic field, Q is the charge. So what is the charge here? Electron. So it is minus E. Velocity is in which direction? Velocity is given in the X direction. You see, magnetic field, induction B, and assume the speed of the carrier to be V, and it has been shown in the diagram that is in the X direction. So I can write V is equal to V into I cap, but this is the direction of the current. So what is the direction of the electron? It will be the opposite direction. So I put a minus. So put it in the equation now. F is equal to QV cross B. So it is minus E into minus VI cross B. B is in the Y direction. So J cap. Minus minus becomes plus. It becomes EVB I cross J, which is nothing but K cap. I cross J is K cap. So this is the magnitude part. This is the direction part. Okay. Now in the second question he says that another part, he says that force F given by this value EDB, which results in the lowering of the potential of the phase. There are how many phases? A, B, C, D is there, and B, G, H, D. This one, this one, this one, and this one. 4, one on top and one on the bottom. Total 6 phases are there. He is saying that potential of which phase is reducing. If you see here, this force on the electron is in which direction? It is in the Z direction. So if you remember, suppose there are two parallel plates, one is a positive charge, one is a negative charge, the force will be in this direction, right? F is equal to EQ, remember? The force will be in this direction. So the force in this direction means the direction in which, in that direction, the potential is dropping. You see the minus sign? So the force from EFGH, it is in this direction. This will be higher potential and this will be lower potential. ABCD will be in the lower potential. The other phases have got no meaning because in that direction there is no force at all. So the potential of ABCD will be dropping. It will be on the lower potential. LP means lower potential, HP means higher potential. Okay, we'll see some more.